What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm in the beautiful French Polynesian Islands with the founder and CEO of the Coral Gardeners, Titouan Bernicot. And today he's going to teach us a little bit about the coral reefs and why they're so important and how we can help them. We got some questions from our Instagram and we're about to go answer them right now. Sweet. First one, what is the importance of coral reefs?
Okay, so coral reefs are really important. We call them the rainforest of the seas. They are home for 1/4 of all marine life. They protect our shores from the big storm. They give us the food we eat. They attract tourism to develop the economy. And they give us, with the ocean, more than half of the oxygen we breathe. But they are dying.
So they only make up a small percentage of the ocean, but they are the most important part of the ocean.
Exactly, they are the only structure made by animals that you can see from space. They represent only a small percentage of the ocean. However, they are so important for the ocean, for islands, for other countries, and for us here.
So most of the biodiversity in the ocean comes from the reefs or from around the reefs.
Exactly, a lot of the different organisms that we know from the ocean lives inside the coral reef, 1/4 of all marine life. They are the base of the balance of the ecosystem and they are so important.
What happens if we lose the coral reefs?
Oh man, we don't want to lose coral reef. Like, they are so important for the ocean, for the balance of our planet Earth. So if we lose them, we already lost half of the coral reef worldwide. They are either dead or condemned. And scientists, they estimate that if we do nothing, by 2050 they could be all gone. So we don't want to lose them because that's where the oxygen is coming from the ocean. They regulate the temperature of the planet and they are home for so many species of the marine life, and they are so important for protecting coastline and for us as humans.
About how long does it take for a coral to grow large enough to make a real difference?
Sure, so usually when we fragment the big super corals colonies, we put them on the nursery on the ropes, and then we wait 12 to 18 months so the coral is arriving at the adult size and it will be ready to be trimmed again and plant them back onto the damaged reef here. So like different species, like the massive corals, they have the slowest growing rate, like 2 to 8 centimeters a year, and the branch one can grow up to 10, like 20 centimeters a year. Yeah.
When you adopt a coral, where does the money go to restoring the reef?
The money made through a coral adoption is used for different topics at Coral Gardeners. The main ones are reef restoration. We need to buy the tools, the nursery, the diving gears, have the team members, the scientists, and all the monitoring processes. That's one of the biggest thing we need to pay. Then it's the awareness program. So we are working with a lot of creative minds to launch viral campaign on the internet, or just to go and talk to the inhabitants of our island, empowering the local communities. Then it's the support function, all the operating model thing, and for sure research and innovation. We need a lot of money to save the reef. That's a fact. Our dream is not to be the most well paid. We just need that money to create the impact. 100% of the proceeds are reinvested in our mission to save the reef, planting coral, raising awareness, and in the innovation center, and that's how we're going to create an impact here.
Aside from adopting a coral, obviously, and eating less red meat, what are some ways that people can help from their house?
Sure, like everyone can help stop global warming that's killing our corals by just reducing our consumption of water, electricity, using the bike, using the common transportation, and just considering the little changes you can make on a daily basis.
Reusable cups.
Exactly.
So straws,
going with the farmers, the
plastics.
local economy, all the different things that's gonna make less pollution and less carbon footprint. Everyone has a carbon footprint. I do still, and the idea is to make little improvements every day to stop global warming one day, like reduce it, and have a better future for the coral reef and the oceans. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And for us.
Yeah, I've always said, like, it's not going to be, a bunch of people doing things perfectly. It's going to take all of us consciously doing it, and it's going to be like imperfect. Like, we're still going to have, a carbon footprint. We're still going to have these emissions, but if we all are consciously trying to be better every single day, we can drastically probably change. And we've even seen it with COVID. When we all started staying inside and consuming less, driving our cars less, the earth took a big breath, basically. And,
for sure.
And you could definitely see, Mother Nature basically take hold again for a couple months. And I think we can definitely focus some energy on that for sure.
I still pretty hopeful for the future, because I see the young generation, when we go to schools, we organize conferences and we talk to the new kids, they want to be a part of that change. They want to help the ocean. They love it. And I think if the consumers, if us, we change, the big society, business model of the
yeah.
corporation will have to adapt and change.
Absolutely.
So we have the power to create change, and that's why it's really important that people like you with influence are using their tools, their platforms to educate and lead by example.
Absolutely, and that's why it's important for all of us to use our platforms as well. Like Titouan said, we can't really move the needle alone, but if we all come together and consciously try to consume better and just make little changes in our everyday lives, we will probably be in a much better place in a couple of years than we would be if we just
For sure, the number one thing to
disregarded
do
Yeah.
is spreading the word. We need
Yeah.
more people to give a shit about coral reef
Absolutely.
and act. So the number one thing to do is to spread the word, and then for sure we can gain time and repair the thing we did in the past by restoring the reef. And I love that program of adopting your coral. You
Yeah, man.
see, that's a way for people to be a part of our program, to be a part of the solution, and to educate them, because they have their coral, they're gonna learn about it, receive
Yeah.
some news, and I really love this idea of the project. Yeah.
So, about 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago,
Yeah.
I came to Moorea and visited, and
With Taylor, yeah.
yeah, with Taylor. Malachi was not even conceived yet, wasn't even here. And yeah, you showed us the coral nursery right in front of your house,
Yeah.
and we were planting some little corals, and you showed us the methods then, and we just went back 2 days ago, and the corals are absolutely
That's pretty
massive.
good.
They're huge, and there's little schools of fish eating on them, and they just are so vibrant and full of life.
And you see, that's what stimulates me to do more. Like
Yeah.
when you came almost 3 years ago, I was alone in my bedroom with my little brother and a couple island friends. We were just planting corals because we love just the fact of seeing your coral growing, fish and crabs coming back. And now we planted over 15,000 corals back onto the island this past 3 years.
Wow.
And we want to plant 1 million worldwide in the next 5 years. So a lot of things, and we kept messaging from where you were in LA and me in Tahiti, and I think you saw the evolution of the project
Absolutely,
firsthand, and
yeah.
now it's still the beginning, and we need to go further. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think you guys have, I think the sky is the limit with coral gardeners for sure. And, I definitely think you guys can expand and grow way past your wildest dreams right now, even. Like,
Sure.
it can definitely, it can go to a new height. You
We
know what I
are
mean?
a bunch of like school dropout. I'm not a scientist, I just love what I do. Now we have scientists and engineers around us, but we just work super hard and share our passion and love for the ocean and try to make our dreams happen. And I have a question for you,
Yeah.
Nash. So 3 years ago when you sent me that message,
Yeah.
why were you interested in
Yeah.
helping the ocean? Because you're living in LA, you're far from the reef.
Yeah.
But what stimulates you? And then you were sharing every time our videos and
Yeah.
photo. And
I mean,
why do you want to go this way?
Well, I've always been interested and intrigued by nature. I feel like there's so much to learn just by, looking at our natural world. And I think the saddest thing we do as humans is, neglect that natural world and how amazing it truly is, because we're literally losing species every day. We're losing biodiversity every day, and that's the key to this, wild world. We need to literally rewild the earth. We've been degrading it over the past, 2 centuries even. So yeah, kind of in realizing that and in traveling, I kind of came to the realization that I need to be using my platform every day to try to raise some awareness, even if it doesn't seem like it directly affects me. It does directly affect me, and
Sure.
once you learn that, it's kind of hard to not share. So yeah, I mean, I remember visiting the first time here, and we didn't get your number till the last day.
Yeah.
And I sent him a text on the last day, like, hey, my friend, had shown me your mission and stuff, and I just had saw the Instagram page and was super blown away and just wanted to meet you and talk to you. And yeah, I just couldn't shut up about your story and everything. And for the past couple of years, I've been telling my family, my friends, and everybody about it. And yeah, man, it's one of the cooler things that I've ever experienced in my life, just seeing someone my age just care so much about their natural world and their environment and their backyard, basically.
For sure.
Because I have a similar passion about nature, and just seeing you take it from, like you said, a kid in his bedroom to this height, it's been insane to watch over these years. It's been such an amazing journey, and it's so inspiring for so many people, because kids are growing up these days, like you said, and the option is to take the traditional route and wait and basically sit and wait for a long time, or to create your own path and do it new. And that's,
I think people, they need to have a meaningful job and just do what they love.
Absolutely.
And I think to have more people doing that, people with influence like you, using your platform to share the messages and share the beauty of our planet and make people want to get involved. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, it's definitely something that's super inspiring to so many people, man.
Sure, bro.
Yeah, man. What are your goals for the next couple of years?
Well, man, so right now we planted with our little team 15,000 corals. We want to hit 1 million resilient coral back onto the reef by 2025, opening 30 international branches worldwide. We raise awareness and we reach out to 100 million people via Instagram and in the internet, and we want to hit 1 billion people by 2025. And with our innovation center, the beautiful engineers and scientists working hard, we want to develop tomorrow's new solution to create immersive experience for everyone to join and have better tools to restore the reef and monitor our efforts. So we are just starting, big goals. Also a big part of our goals is to have the operating model, the culture of the company, to have the right people, the A team, and have passionate people working hard to make those goals a reality. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much, Titouan, for joining me today.
Thanks, bro.
It was super fun, super educational. And if you guys would like to help out from home, make sure to go check out their website at coralgardeners.org. I'll put the description in the link below. Check out all their social medias. They post some amazing educational content. And if you love ocean stuff, you have to follow them. And please, please, please adopt your very own coral from their website, guys. They have an amazing program where you can design and pick your species and receive your coral and monitor it and check up on it. It's a perfect little gift. You have to check it out.
Yeah, our dream is to revolutionize the way we do ocean conservation and create a worldwide movement to save the reef. And we are just starting, but we need you to be a part of our project, of our story. Adopt your coral, you will embark on the journey with us like Nash said, you will receive some news, and that's the way we can develop coral gardeners and save the reef together. It's on.